everyone, this is Arwen from Even Star coming to you again for a Facebook Live, and this month again I wanted to bring the energy of the full moon to everybody's attention because I think it's really exciting time, and also many people are having some time off over the Easter long weekend with lots of public holidays, and I thought you might like to take a bit of time to consider this more reflecting time and spiritual time, and perhaps make some time to do a bit of a ritual for the full moon, which falls tomorrow, Friday the 19th of April, and here in Melbourne it is right at night this month, which is really nice. So perfect time. I'll give you the reminder now to put your crystals out to be cleansed and re-energized by the beautiful moonlight, so don't forget to do that. If you do forget to do it on Friday, then there's still some really powerful moon magic out there for your crystals for the next couple of nights afterwards. So plenty of time over the Easter weekend to do that. Just make sure you do bring them in though before the sun's going to hit them, because lots of crystals don't actually like sunlight. So try to remember to do that in time. So anyway, this month's full moon is called a double full moon, and that's because it's the second month in a row that it's landing in the sign of Libra, which we all know is all about balance. So I wanted to bring that to your attention, and the fact that this full moon is especially about finding balance in our relationships. Now, the power of the double full moon is that it especially brings light to things that have been hidden. So if you think of the beautiful light of the full moon and that being doubled up, it's especially illuminating. So things that have perhaps been under the surface and now can come to the light because we have a double Libra energy there for us. So when we're considering relationships and the full moon, so the full moon, as I talk about every time, is always supporting us to let go of things that no longer serve us, to let go, to release, to change, to really focus on what needs to happen, what we need to release in order to be able to bring new stuff into our lives that we want to bring in. We have to always clean out in order to make room for what we want to bring in. So when we're thinking about relationships, I think it's really useful to consider which of your relationships, and also what in those relationships gives you energy and what takes that energy away. Because if we are constantly giving our energy to other people, or even sometimes feeling that they are draining it from us without us willingly giving it to them, then we do end up out of balance. And here we are all about balance at this time of the month with the Libra full moon. So perhaps make that your first thought, is what gives me energy, what takes away my energy in the arena of relationships in my life. So with the double full moon, we have had a month of wonderful manifesting energy between the two Libra full moons, and I hope you have been able to make some beautiful use of that. But now is the time to really review what we have created and work out what it is that we are ready to change. So really looking at it might not be necessarily letting go of a relationship, but letting go of a habit or a pattern within a particular relationship or multiple relationships. Because the key relationship of all relationships in our lives is our relationship with ourselves. So in fact, you might find that if there is a bit of a pattern going on of behaviour or ways of talking to people or ways of interacting, communicating, then that may be because you are the common denominator, and probably that will be stemming from your relationship with yourself. We really do need to love ourselves first before we can bring in other relationships where it's all about unconditional love with other people. So we need to be aware as well this month that we have Mars and Uranus around, and they tend to be energies that in this scenario are potentially going to make things a bit fiery, going to make you a bit impulsive in how you're dealing with relationships. So we're definitely saying this is a time to speak your truth, to speak from the heart, to make the changes that you need, but do that from a place of love and a place of forgiveness, and do it with thought. So thinking before you speak is very important because of those other energies that are around as well at this time. So gratitude is a nice place often to start with when we're trying to think about our relationship with ourselves and others, of course. But if we want to, first of all, focus on ourselves and just think about how is it that you talk to yourself? Would you say the things that you say to yourself to other people that you love and appreciate in your life? Would you speak to a close friend in the way that you speak to yourself? And usually that's in the quiet black abyss of your brain that you are saying things to yourself that are often quite negative. Now, if we have repeated negativity going on, then that's really a form of toxicity and something that we need to learn to change that pattern of, so that we can change how we interact with other people as well. So I have a few ideas for you about how you can support yourself through this time and get the best possible benefits from this energy that we're being offered with the full moon this month. So I like to always go through my even star, 5-star well-being areas. So the first one being food. So again, I would bring in gratitude to that. Expressing gratitude for your food before you eat it, expressing gratitude for the fact that somebody, even if that somebody is you, has prepared this food with love. They have loved what they're doing. They have loved the products that they're using. They have loved the way they've put it on the plate and made you look and made that plate look beautiful for you to eat. The two energy centers that I think we're working the most with this month, with this full moon, are the solar plexus and the heart. And therefore, we'd be looking at making sure we're getting lots of good quality carbohydrates for our solar plexus, for our fiery power center. Now, what that means is not so many Easter eggs and hot cross buns, but instead some wonderful things like whole grains, like nuts, seeds, legumes, that we can really access the best benefits of carbohydrates from. Also for the heart, we're looking at vegetables, so lots and lots of vegetables, especially green ones. So perhaps, trying to balance our Easter treats with lots of things that are going to activate those key energy centers for this month. A second aspect is movement. So definitely, again, demonstrating your self-love by doing a type of movement that you love doing. Do something you enjoy and then you'll do it when it comes to the area of exercise. Also, if we're looking at relationships and balance, then perhaps, encouraging people that you love within your household to exercise with you, to do a form of movement together, go for a walk, go for a run, go for a swim, whatever it is. We've got amazing weather coming up here in Victoria for Easter, so make the most of it. Get outside, again, activating our heart with beautiful fresh air and being near plants, being in the sun to activate our solar plexus, and really doing those activities that we can do with other people that we love, which helps to bring in balance. If it's not just all about the chores and the drudgery of everyday life, then we start to appreciate other people more, and we are able to demonstrate to the universe that we are putting balance back into our lives. Sleep. Really always want to bring this one up, because if we don't get enough good quality sleep, the cells in our bodies cannot repair and regenerate themselves. This is such a simple way to improve your well-being. The fact is, if you're not getting enough sleep, then your body can't detoxify properly. If we have toxicity, then that tends to come through in all areas of our life, including our relationships. So something to really prioritize. Surroundings is my next area, and as I said before, getting outdoors would be really great. And again, spending time with people that you love, spending time with people that you have relationships with, in places that you love. Be in special places for all the people involved, and make it a really special time to communicate, to balance out your life again. I do have quite a number of suggestions for essential oils to help with this full moon energy. There's too many to go through in the video, so please do check out the blog on my website where I'll detail them all in there. And a few crystals as well: pink calcite, fluorite and emerald. And the reasons why I'm suggesting those again will be on the blog. And then the last area, my fifth area of 5-star wellbeing, is just called being. And the first thing I'd like to suggest with that is indeed a ritual for the full moon. So my suggestion is that you get yourself 2 pieces of paper. You have one of them, which you can call the gratitude invocation. And what we're going to write on this is a list of the relationships that we're grateful for in our lives, and also the things that we are grateful for in ourselves. So write down at least 3 things that you're grateful for about yourself. The second piece of paper, which we're going to call the forgiveness invocation, is going to be a list, first of all, of the people that we need to forgive in our lives, the people that we've had relationships with of one kind or another. I'm certainly not just talking about romantic relationships in this whole piece, that you need to forgive and possibly let go of, or let go of maybe the nature of the relationship in some way. And also writing down the things that you need to forgive yourself for, that you have to stop berating yourself and beating yourself up about. Making sure, because we're talking about balance with Libra energy, so making sure that the number of things you write down that you need to forgive yourself for is equal to the number of things that you wrote down that you are grateful for about yourself. Then my suggestion is, with the gratitude invocation, that you keep that in a special place, maybe under crystals, beside your bed, wherever it is, in your journal, until the new moon, which is in a couple of weeks. With the forgiveness invocation, then it's good to actually physically let that go. So I love to burn things when we're doing this kind of ritual. So actually burning it, perhaps outside under the full moon, and demonstrating to the universe that you are really letting this list of things go and feeling the power of that. Other things in the being arena are obviously meditation, one of my favorites. So again, perhaps suggest to the people that you love, that you care about, that you all do a meditation together. Perhaps do a meditation focusing on the breath to activate that heart energy again. And also prioritizing doing something that you love, and especially again if that's something that you can do together with people that you want to enhance and balance relationships with. So I hope that was useful. I hope everybody has a wonderful Easter break. Even if you don't celebrate Easter, at least I hope you get some time off work. Please let me know if you have any questions, and in the meantime, be well. Bye now.